Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's me, the most must-see doctor without a PhD on the screen, Doctor Fantastic, aka King Dirty. So the doctor's in. I've have a new resolution to myself that I'm probably not gonna do any more videos in the AM. The thing is that see that stammer I do? I do that stammer. That is something I gotta definitely work on. It's annoying to me. I'm sure it's annoying to someone else. Anyway, so here we go. We're gonna go into our seasonal and just kind of see what we got going on. Well, I'm thinking that we may run some greater rifts with the seasonal character. Um, or non-seasonal. I'm sorry. We're in the non-seasonal. That's my bad. But I think that we'll do some greater rifts in here and try to build that stone on up. Let's see what we got. If we need to make some room or not. Okay, we're good. So we're gonna jump right on into it. Um, I'm gonna take it down a couple of notches. Probably about the yeah, 40s. 40 sounds good. I did play earlier, and I don't know if it was lag or what the deal was, but my guy just kept like he wouldn't respond, and maybe my controller was dying or something. I don't know. So I just took a little break, made some dinner, and came back to it. As you can see, this is 9. This is 40, I think. So it's like gray roof 9. I don't know. I don't remember. Oh well. Anyway, it's no slouch mode. And you can see the guy does pretty good here. Um, so without mentioning any names, I had a friend who found themselves in trouble not too long ago, about a week ago actually. And the good thing is that it all turned out okay. It turned out a whole lot better than it could have. But people, I cannot tell you, how many times I survived the living in the 80s and 90s and the free range rearing. When I was a kid, I mean honestly, we were left in the car unattended, and I was often left with my younger brother and sister, and put in charge of them. And you sat in the car while your mom ran to the grocery store, or while she ran and pumped gas, or whatever. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because my friend tells me that someone told her that if you use corporal punishment on your child at Walmart, you could be in trouble with DHS. Now let me get this straight. There's still corporal punishment in school, but I can't instill corporal punishment with my child without getting. Are you high? I mean, honestly, I'm not condoning child abuse. Don't even get that going, because that's not even the issue at all. I think that, and I'm not even going to get into a religious standpoint on it, but I agree with the Christian Bible, and it says, "Spare the rod, spoil the child." If you don't discipline your child, there's no consequences for their actions. Then you are failing as a parent. Hello, it's not mean to discipline your child to keep them from hurting themselves further down the line. That is kind of your job as a parent. What's a little spanking compared to 20 years in the penitentiary because you didn't spank him? I'm sorry. Give the kid the 3 to 5 licks and move on with your day. He'll learn a lesson, and so will you. No, don't get me wrong. It sucks. I am a dad. I am not just any dad, dude. I'm super dad. I love my boys more than you will ever know. Eh, but I will spank them, and I will discipline them if that is what comes. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not the first one on board. Let's beat this child. No, seldom is that the case. I usually try to bore them to death with a lecture first. But if lectures don't do the job, if you can't talk reason to the child, and they continue to do this, if little Jimmy is still out there playing in traffic, beat his ass. You don't beat him, but give him a good ass whooping, because him playing in traffic is not the driver of the vehicle's fault. If he gets hit, it's your fault for not being a parent, for not whooping him. And it's his fault for not minding. But that poor man that's driving that vehicle, if he was to hit poor little old Jimmy, he's going to carry that with him the rest of his life. It's going to haunt him and hurt him. And hurt his kids and probably his grandkids if he has them, or his nieces or nephews. It makes a big impact. Everything we do in life, and that was a big point I was trying to make the other day with Smoke. Everything we do in life impacts our fellow man. But we're so busy crying and boo-hooing about how it affects us that we miss the bigger picture. You're not put on this earth to be a selfish piece of crap. I'm sorry. That's not the way it is. You're put on this earth to... And this is my viewpoint, okay? You may have a different viewpoint, but this is mine. I think you're put on this earth to be your brother's keeper. To hold that person's hand. To change that old man's tire on the side of the road in the middle of a rainstorm. That's what you're here for. Do I think I'm some kind of great person? No. But I try to be the best me I can be. And I try to be humble and kind and do what my grandmother told me. Because I'm going to tell you right now, folks, you don't know what you have until it's gone. I had the best grandmother in the world. And she's not gone. She's still here. But she's not in the right mind, man. I mean, and I think about her every day, and I remember her words, and her words were to me to be humble and to be kind, and to do unto others as I would have them do unto me, and to be a good person, to try to be, not to try to be better than anybody, but to try to be just as good as everyone. Now, I'm sure that y'all probably don't understand it, but what my grandmother was meaning by that was I can't be Mike Tyson, but Mike Tyson can't be me either. He can't do what I can do, and maybe he can do what I can do, but I definitely cannot do what he did. I'm not gonna get in the ring and box. Not that I, well, I can't now. But not when I was before my incident occurred. I probably might have been able to. I mean, I stood a better chance now, or then than I do now. But that's not the point. The point is that we are so busy worried about things, stupid things that really don't matter, that won't matter. When we pass away, let me tell you this, okay? I don't know what your standpoint is on religion, but let me put this in focus for you. If you're Christian, okay, and you go to heaven, they say that all your worries and all your stresses are gone. Okay? So why does this crap matter? It don't. And if you're atheist, okay, you're atheist. Good. You know what? You believe that there's nothing. So what the hell does it matter right now? When you're dead and gone, there's nothing. You see my point? My point is, no matter what your religion is this life. It's just a standby, if you will. So all this crap, I don't even know what to call it. This self-loathing, if you will. I mean, it's not just crap. I mean, if you're being treated unfairly, you're being treated unfairly, and by all means, let's remedy that. But if you're just crying because Twinkies made you fat, no, Twinkies didn't make you fat. You made you fat. You ate the damn things. They didn't tell you to. Well, they do tell you to, but they didn't make you. It was your choice. And I'm a firm believer in that. If you want something changed about you, do something about it. Be that guy. You know, Michael Jackson did a song, "Man in the Mirror," and if you haven't heard it, give it a listen. It's a pretty good song. I'm not telling you that, I mean, yeah, I love music, so it may be Michael Jackson today, and it may be Hank Williams tomorrow. Who freaking knows, dude? I love music for what it is, and so don't get it twisted. Anyway, Michael Jackson was on to something. Is my point that only you can make a change. If you don't like the way things are, only you can make them better or worse, for that matter. Um, oh my. Okay, that didn't work out like I planned. Didn't see that coming. I thought I'd take that right on the chin and be all right with it, but apparently that was not the case. And look at those oranges, right on. Yeah, it's like a fruit basket. All the oranges. I'm on a rant today and kind of being preachy. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, or maybe just maybe, guys, we should really take that look in the mirror and give it a go, and make a change for ourselves and for our kids. Our kids are coming up into this, man. Your kids are coming up into this, and is that the life that you want to leave them? Is this struggle, this crap? I don't want my kids to be that. I want them to be educated and to be happy. And man, I don't know. All right, so we're gonna close out this riff here, and I've got onto some big soapbox and preaching. I'm very sorry about that, but I just found that it was kind of ridiculous, man. That my friend went through all the things that they did, and someone says that you can't spank your child, you can't discipline your child in freaking Walmart, man. I mean, I'm not gonna beat my child right there in the middle of the GM aisle. No, but you can ask my child. I grab them by the hand, and when they were showing out, and I would be like, "Do you need a trip to the bathroom?" And I'd take them in the bathroom, give them a little preaching, or which, by the way, you can tell I'm kind of good at. Um, or if it was just right down rude, little mean thing that I just couldn't stand, I'd lock their little butt up, couple three licks. We're good, man. They'd act right. They'd cry a little bit, and then when we left that restroom, it would be okay, and they would act like they were supposed to. And normally, and I say normally, and Sunshine, you know who I'm talking about. When one in particular left that bathroom, it would take him about 5 to 10 minutes, and he would tug on my sleeve or just call my name, and he would say, "Daddy, I'm sorry I acted that way." You have no idea how proud that makes a father, especially a single father. Now, I'm just saying, I don't have all the solutions, and maybe that's not a solution, but a problem. But that's the way I was raised, and I'm just fine. You don't see me going shooting up schools or stealing. I don't steal. I I'm not going to say I don't lie because that would be a lie. There are times I have lied. I don't pride myself on it. I pride myself, and I tell my boys to always be a man of your word, to always be a gentleman, and to always do what you think is right or what you feel is right. And if you have to fight for what you feel is right, fight for it. And I feel that if a parent needs to discipline his child, it's not any of anyone else's business. unless that parent's taking it too far. If they're punching their child in the face, by all means, step in and rescue that child. There was an incident once at a restaurant, and the the gentleman at a table. I think it's like two tables away, but it's kind of catty corner from where we are. It's kind of really hard to explain. There was a baby, probably about a year old, and he was crying, and he was standing up in the booster seat. Now I get it, man. He had about four other kids with him, and you can lose your patience very easily. But he reached over, grabbed that child by the ankle, swung it upside down, and slung it into its mother and said, "Deal with it, sir." I approached him and I was like, "Hey, man, why don't you step outside with me and get some air? It's pretty stuffy in here." Of course, he was really agitated and just pissed off at me. And of course, he thought we were going to fight. I'm not trying to fight you. I understand frustration. That was wrong. And I'm not trying to I'm not trying to say you're a bad parent. Because, it could have been just that one time. Who's to say? But it was wrong, and someone needed to step in and pull him to the side or get him to calm down, or if that's his normal everyday attitude, then he needs to get away from the damn child. I grew up in an abusive environment. It's far beyond me to sit there and watch somebody be abused. Now, I'm not telling you my mom abused me. That's not what I'm saying. My mom beat my ass. My dad spanked me about 3 times my whole life. And I deserved all of them. But there were other people in my life that didn't just spank. So I'm not going to let that go on. My point is, people, there's a fine line between spanking your child and disciplining them and beating the living shit out of them. We need to look and take note. And if you're so sensitive that spatting a child's hand when they're reaching for something that's going to harm them upsets you, you need to reevaluate things. And if you don't have a child and that upsets you, have a child and come back and talk to me. Okay? It's easy for someone without a child that doesn't know the stress that comes with them. I'm not telling you, do not misconstrue what I'm saying. Being a parent is stressful. It's a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week job. There's no breaks. That wears on a person. And if you don't know that, maybe you should keep your opinion to yourself. I'm just saying. Have about 3 kids, come back and talk to me. Hell, have one. Have one with ADHD or something. Come back and talk to me. You'll understand when you're a parent. It wears on your patience. You can be a great person, but they wear on your patience, man. Rearing a child, teaching them independence and right from wrong is a very stressful job. And it makes it even more stressful when someone who doesn't know what's going on or anything. They don't know the first thing of what's actually happening. They don't know the story, but they butt in. It's not your place to butt in. It's your place to protect that child if they're getting, if it looks like a freaking hardcore match from WWE, yeah, step in. But a couple of swats and you stand there and you put your hand on the buggy. My child, I have a wallet with a chain on it. And when we went to Walmart or whatever, the grocery store, my child was very wondrous. And he liked to touch everything. And sometimes he would run off and man, I would scare the hell out of me if I lost him. Because I didn't want anyone thinking I was a bad dad, because that's not the truth. But you turn around looking at hamburger meat and you turn back around and he's gone because he's playing hide and seek because he's bored. Oh, I can't punish him for being bored. So what I did was I just like, here, hold the chain on my wallet. That was my thing. And I love don't get me wrong, I love my boys, and they'll, you know, they'll be the first ones to tell you that I'm not a perfect dad. But I love them, and they know I love them. So let's just give room for our fellow man. That was the whole point of this whole spiel. I am so sorry. That's why the whole spiel was to give room for our fellow man to forgive, because we want to forgive. We want to be forgiven. So let's forgive the other guy. Let's think about what happened, so we can move forward, dude. Because if you try, you're not going to take this into the next life, into heaven, or into the nothingness, or as a caterpillar. I don't know. I don't know. The point I'm trying to make is just let people be people, and help them not be idiots. That is the point, and that is about all the time I'm going to do for right now. Because I've got off in this big old spiel, and I'm gonna come off my soapbox and see if I can't level this thing up some more. But hopefully, I'm gonna get a cast on with Smoke, because I love doing it with him, and maybe even that old dirty son of mine might be on, and maybe we can get in something with him. Um, Soon we'll have a couple of special guests, which you guys don't know, but you will get to know, and they're they're pretty funny. They're really, I have a good time with them a lot. So anyway, be looking forward to that. Um, I'm probably going to jump games sometime and talk about another game. There's so much. There's so much. I'm gonna do a couple of editings. I need a lot of editing done. To be honest about it, we're gonna have to fix that and get that rolling. Um, but that's all I got for now. So don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Tell a friend. And so until next time, and be weird, be strange, but never forget the name, Dr. Fantastic. The doctor is out.